Kevin Feige has got to be red in the face, dog. No, bro is purple in the face at the amount of leaks that have surfaced online and just in the real world in general. And as a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this dude's got a sniper scope pointed at my head right now, because I'm about to just combine all of the leaks and mistakes that Sony and Marvel have made to try to hide the fact that Tobey and Andrew Garfield are not in the movie, but in reality, they actually are. Okay, so before we get into the rest of the video, I'm not going to be some Marvel channel, but if you do enjoy this type of content of me talking about the nerdy stuff, definitely hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Let's just get into it, man. So just in terms of the popularity of what these trailers entail, let's just put it this way. The No Way Home official trailer that's like 3 minutes long has already shattered any type of trailer record. Like, it has destroyed any type of just trailer viewership in the amount of time that this trailer has been out. Okay, so it easily could surpass, if not just meet, the Endgame sales, the Avengers Endgame sales. So this movie is going to be super popular because everyone's expecting Tobey Maguire, the OG Spider-Man, and then also Andrew Garfield to be in this movie. So basically, there's just been a series of leaks, and I'm just going to combine them. So right out the gate, right, the main trailer didn't have any proof of Andrew Garfield and or Tobey Maguire in it. However, there were villains that Tobey and Andrew fought, okay? And it's pretty interesting because all of these villains that I list are from the OG Spider-Man movies, right? So there's already, from the main trailer being released, a chance that they were going to be in it, and people were thinking that they were going to be in it. So Green Goblin is in it. That's from the OG Spider-Man 1. Doc Ock is from Spider-Man 2. Sandman is from Spider-Man 3, and all of those are the Tobey Maguire films. Now, moving on, there was also the Lizard, which is in the Amazing Spider-Man 1, and then Electro, which is in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. All of these villains at least had some type of hint or appearance in the main trailer, and people broke it down, right? The Green Goblin bomb, Doc Ock said hello Peter, everyone was, hyped up from the main trailer from that. Sandman, there was sand in a particular set of frames in that trailer. There was also in the same frames electricity, so people were like, okay, well, Sandman and Electro could be in this. And then there was also a frame of the Lizard trying to swipe at Tom Holland in the main trailer. So basically, there were hints or inklings of these 5 villains, and they're all from the older Spider-Man film. So in between that, I guess, first trailer that came out, I did say it was the main trailer, but it really technically isn't. It's like a teaser trailer. But from this trailer alone, there were 5 villains, and, in between this trailer and the one that just came out about 4 days ago, the quote-unquote official trailer, there was a bunch of other leaks. Now, I really can't show screenshots of a good chunk of these leaks because of, Sony. They could just take the video down, they could strike my channel. I don't want anything to happen, but basically I'm going to explain all of these leaks, and I'll try to show pictures of the ones that I can show. So basically, the first, I guess, huge leak that came out right after the main trailer was there was a, I guess, I want to say 4 to 5 second clip in 4K, mind you, of Andrew Garfield hanging on this railing, basically saying, "You have web blood?" ? And he was easily talking to Tobey Maguire, because if you guys don't know, Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland, those Spider-Men have like web shooters, but Tobey has like the one that can shoot right out of his wrist, right? So Andrew Garfield was saying, "Oh, you have web blood," and that's easily directed at Tobey, right? So after that, he actually went on a talk show host, and the host basically said, "So what about that leak?" And Andrew Garfield says it was a deep fake, a Photoshop. And yeah, like, deep fakes are pretty, I would want to say, like, accurate, and they're pretty believable. But like, we're going to talk about a couple of other things that make this leak even more legitimate now, since that 3-minute trailer came out. Okay, so after that, you had some costume leaks. So Green Goblin and Tobey Maguire, they had concept art drawings Then there was the Green Goblin like costume fitting, and some guy that looks like Jake Paul was in that costume, right? And then this second costume is actually in that second official trailer that came out about a few days ago. That's the 3-minute long one, right? So after that, there was even more leaks. John Campea like basically found like 2 to 4 screenshots, but the big heavy hitter ones was a screenshot of Charlie Cox, who's Daredevil, okay, and he's actually been, I guess, with Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield in certain events and even in the airport. So, I mean, there's that, right? But Charlie Cox was sitting around the table with Happy, Aunt May, and then Tom Holland, right? So you have that huge screenshot. So Daredevil at least will be in it. Maybe he won't be in his costume, but I mean, Charlie Cox is most likely going to be in this playing as Tom Holland's attorney, Spider-Man Tom Holland's attorney, because there was that's a certain portion of the plot where like Tom Holland's in trouble because everyone thinks he murdered Mysterio, things like that, right? So there was that, and then there was also another screenshot of Tobey, Andrew, and Tom Holland all at a railing scene, which again comes together in this trailer that came out a few days ago. So after that, we have the second trailer, and it basically just like there were so many mistakes that people were able to pinpoint in certain frames. And yeah, like, I guess some people are, like, being very nitpicky, but if Sony was trying to really hide everything, they would have, like, a million times checked this, and there were certain versions of the trailer that even leak some more information. So, basically, what Marvel does is they try to CGI things, and Sony too, like, they try to CGI and skin over certain things. One of the most prominent ones from previous films is, I believe Hulk was in the Infinity War trailer, but then in the actual plot, Hulk wasn't coming out in Endgame, so, you know, basically the actor that plays him, I can't think of him right now, I'm really blanking out, but he was in the Hulkbuster armor in the actual movie because Hulk didn't want to come out. So that's a very prominent example of how Marvel can, like, switch up plot lines and things like that. So, I mean, I wouldn't take everything that I say and everything in the trailer verbatim, but, I mean, Marvel's known for CGIing things and hiding things. So, in this trailer, the final battle scene in certain frames of this trailer just, I guess, leak everything that we have seen from previous leaks that were, I guess, were like people were skeptical about. So the final battle scene, basically the railings were identical to Andrew Garfield's 4K leak about him asking Tobey if he has web blood. And one thing that I don't think a lot of people are thinking about is the fact that that Andrew Garfield leak came out with like railings and things like that, right? How would someone that's trying to Photoshop or deepfake that, how would they know railings are in the actual movie, at least the way that they're showing here? You know what I'm saying? It's just like no one has the foresight to be able to deepfake that if they don't know what the background should be. So after that, there was also another, I guess, set of frames showing the Green Goblin's concept art suit coming to life, and there was also a costume fitting. So that suit is going to most likely be in the movie as well. There were a few frames of him shooting like some type of like Green Goblin razor bombs, and yeah, I mean the costume's there. Then there was probably the most obvious screw up was on Sony and Marvel's part by having the 5 villains line up against just Tom Holland, and the biggest thing here is that the Lizard and Electro are aiming or like, I guess, going after air. Whereas in the actual reality of it, like they are not going after air. It's just that Tobey McGuire and Andrew Garfield are just, I guess, invisible, or they were, you know, faked out basically. They got CGI'd out of the trailer. But if you look at that shot, they're all lined up and they're aiming after air, whereas Tom Holland's going like right after Sandman basically. So I mean, everything just makes a lot of sense there that there would be 3 Spider-Man lined up, and they took 2 of them out, and that's why Electro and Lizard are, like, going after nothing, right? Then there was probably the biggest confirmation that Tobey and Andrew are in this, and the most legitimate piece of information that we have that they were CGI'd out was in a Brazilian version of the trailer. the lizard flat out in a few frames in that like line up epic battle scene is that lizard gets punched in the face by oxygen, bro. How does that happen? How do you get punched in the face by oxygen? It must be really windy out there, if you know what I'm saying. So that's definitely the biggest confirmation that we have, that they were CGI'd out because there's an invisible person punching the lizard in the face. And I feel really bad for the people that worked on this trailer too, because that specific instance, just like, I mean, all the other portions that I just talked about in this main trailer, all of the other things were meant to happen. But that lizard, few frames of him getting punched in the face, that was definitely a mistake. And that's only in the Brazilian version. So I just feel really bad for the people that worked so hard to CGI them out of the trailer. And then you have like 2 frames, like not even like a few, like 2 frames of lizard just getting punched in the face. That, I mean, someone's getting fired or, you know, losing their job. It's pretty unfortunate, but that's definitely the biggest mistake. And there was also another minor mistake that came from like a VFX artist not editing Tobey's eyes or face out of the trailer. So there's a scene where it looks like Tom Holland's Spider-Man suit is swinging away from Electro in the final battle, and in a few frames you can see Tobey Maguire's eyes and his mask. A lot of people aren't pointing this out. Like, Tobey's mask has like these webs that stick out and they're silver, and Tom Holland's suit are like black webs basically. So the eyes and the webs themselves are Tobey Maguire's face, and Tom Holland's Iron Spider suit is like CGI'd over the body and legs, but they forgot to edit out Tobey's face and mask. So that's also a pretty big screw up. I wouldn't even say it's minor, it's actually pretty big, and it clearly shows Tobey and is in this movie and in this, you know, trailer basically. So those are all of the leaks that I basically can talk about. That's everything that we have, and it's just like Kevin Feige tried so hard to keep this a secret, bro. Like, but with the internet out there, people, you know, leaking things online is just so easy to do. I mean, some people probably risking their job doing it, but I mean, the internet is out there. It's a real thing, and it's almost impossible to hide like leaks that are of this magnitude. You know what I'm saying? Of a huge movie coming out. And I mean, there's also plot leaks and things like that, but just focusing on Tobey and Andrew, they have to be in the movie, man. So I hope you all did enjoy this video. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you are new, and comment down below what you think about this trailer. What do you think about the leaks? Do you think they're unfortunate? I think personally they are. I'd rather just like not see any of this, but like I see things all over Twitter and Instagram. By, you know, December 15th, when the movie comes out for the UK, I am just simply going to delete social media. You know what I'm saying, man? So again, hope you all do enjoy. I'm Cryptix, hopefully not getting sniped by Kevin Feige anytime soon, and signing off.